And SRC has taken up a lot of heat because of the statement that was made by the ECDE teachers. What do you make of it, this whole issue with regard to the salaries?
Yeah, thanks Zainab, and thanks to my fellow panelists. So the challenge, I think, here is, it goes back to how we treat, or rather, it's seen as something that humiliates the teacher. And I think for me, it's time to reflect on really what does it mean to be a teacher. Because this is a teacher, for instance, who has invested a number of years through professional training, has gone through the whole process of certification, and is now deployed. So if within the approved grade structure, they will be receiving a minimum of such, it really is a demotivation to anyone willing to join the teacher profession. And I think on one hand, we are trying to professionalize and make this space a little bit more, attractive to other people outside there. But on the other hand, I think the issue of salary will then affect this effort in a very big way. Yet we know that this teacher is at the core of helping us, uplift the standards and the quality of education in this country. So I think it's just seeking to look for a way of ensuring that this professional teacher is also receiving something worth, having them retain, remain in the profession. But also secondly, we don't want them to be there for some time and then exit. Because at least after a certain number of years, they should be going for professional development even to advance. So how do we provide for such, in light of the approved structures? So it's just looking for ways in which this can be made better and more attractive to those willing to join the teaching profession.
All right. Yeah. Dr. Manyasa, your initial reaction to the debate that has certainly taken a life of its own?
It's actually unfortunate that we are talking about these kinds of figures. Because this is the money that a lot of households earn, and they live in the house of the employer, they are provided for, and they are fed. So I'm imagining if you are paid a gross salary of 13,000 here in Nairobi, where do you live to start with? Who will give you a house, and not a shanty in a slum for that amount? So it is very unfortunate that we are talking about those figures, because I think we undervalue the role of an ECD teacher. We undervalue the roles of teachers generally in this country, but the role of an ECD teacher is undervalued even more, when actually they do much more than any other teacher. I taught in the university, and I don't think I can teach in an ECD center. Because in the university, you walk into a lecture hall and you speak to people, they are mature, they know why they are there, they will understand. And those who don't understand, you can let them be, because they are responsible for what they are doing. Here you have small children, some of whom, as you saw in that clip, need to be helped even to answer the calls of nature that they do so in class. And then you undervalue that and say, we will pay this person 13,000 gross salary. I think that we must get serious. I think that SRC has been a major disappointment, and let me be very blunt. We don't set up regulations to regulate weak people, because weak people have no power to abuse. We set up regulations to regulate the powerful. SRC was conceived to regulate salaries of individuals who are in a position to abuse their positions. They failed at the first hurdle when MPs brought proposals to increase their pay. They could not stop them. In any case, they have kept pampering those top earners in the country. And now they come to tell the least paid that you are causing a wage bill problem. How sensible is that?
Well, they're saying, look, according to them, this is what they're saying, that this advice has considered the affordability and the fiscal sustainability of the wage bill, for county governments.
Is our wage bill the problem, or general abuse of public resources the problem? India Nation today on the headline, we're just seeing how the government has wasted money in the first few months of its reign.
So it's a big irony.
Is that Yeah, let us ask the lady Mengich how much is being spent on tea in her office.
Okay.
Yeah.
And from there, well, we certainly cannot be able to get the answer on that.